in the loop. So I'm back at my neurologist's, and one thing that COVID has affected has been bathrooms. And I haven't done one of these in a while because I haven't noticed a huge effect since things have been opening back up. But this is a huge one. So I have to drive an hour to my neurologist's, so an hour to my doctor's. And then when I get there, I can't use the washroom on the floor that my doctor's office is in. I have to use the only one on the main floor. And there are 3 bathrooms, like 3 stalls, 3 places for you to use for like an entire building. My doctor's office is on the 8th floor. So that just gives you an idea as to how many people have to come in and use these washrooms, or the lines and the number of people that are waiting for these washrooms. So I'm just getting back in my car after my appointment at my neurologist for my Botox. I did a video on my Botox before, so if you're interested to see that, go back in my videos and look, because there is one that I did on Botox and why I use it for my migraines. But I have another conundrum with my doctors. Now, my neurologist is about an hour, it's about an hour drive to get here. And like most people, you have to go to a big city for big doctors, I guess. So just traveling here is hard enough. Just finding a bathroom where it is, there aren't really many quick stop locations that you could use a washroom, like a Tim Hortons or a, I don't know, any coffee shop, any fast food restaurant are normally pretty easy go-tos. Guaranteed there's a bathroom that you can sneak into and use. But where I am is there, it's a lot of housing, a lot of hospitals, things like that. There's not a lot of fast food places around here. It's kind of right downtown, or not downtown, but it's in a city center type location. So there isn't very much when I'm driving. So just getting here is hard enough, going the full hour without having to use the washroom. And then getting here, I normally have to bolt up to my doctor's office, borrow their washroom key, and use the washroom on their floor before going into my neurologist's. Gotta love IBS. And always needing a bathroom. But now, apparently, because of COVID, we can't even use the washrooms on their floor. So literally, it's an 8-story. Well, my doctor's office is on the 8th floor. And I ran up to my doctor's office, had to go to the bathroom, found out that we're not allowed to use those bathrooms. We have to go all the way downstairs. And then use the washrooms in the lobby, which there is 1 washroom for women, 1 washroom for men, and 1 accessible washroom. That's it. 3 toilets, and that's it. So for a huge building worth of people, it seems crazy. And then you have to wait in line until someone's out of there. I almost exploded, not going to lie. It was not pretty. But getting back to what I had to say, so I went up to my doctor's office. Now there is a staircase and there are elevators. Personally, I would prefer to use the stairs, so I normally take all stairs up and then go to my doctor's and take all the way stairs back down. But apparently you can't access the lobby or the main floor where the washrooms are from the staircase. No, you have to take an elevator. So you have to go across 1 floor, down the elevator, use the washroom, back up, and then I just use the elevator to get back up, because that's just ridiculous. But if someone was actually claustrophobic or didn't like elevators, that might be a little bit hard for them, and that the fact that you can't get to it and it's not very accessible, it just creates a lot of stress for me, especially coming the hour and it's just not knowing it's a different place. It puts you on edge, I'm not gonna lie. So I was in the washroom and I was talking a little bit, and here's the information, but I do want to show you what I went through and why it stresses me out, I guess that's why it stresses me out. The whole reason why it stresses me out is because there aren't enough washrooms, and it's not even like you're in a place where there's trees and you could go behind a tree if you needed to. You can't. You're literally in the city center. I'm going to show you what the building looks like so you can see there's 3 washrooms, 3 public use washrooms for all the patients and everything else going in and out. It's just crazy. And I know COVID, they have to keep it clean and things like that. I understand that, but when you're dealing with so much already, and then something as small as that, someone who is wheelchair accessible or has to take the elevator and you have to wait because there's only 2 elevators and they're never working at the same time. And they're always packed. There's so many people in them. Although I have to say, since COVID hit, it has been less. There are less people at the offices, at the doctor's offices that I found. But still, it's just one of those things that's just stressful, especially when you're coming all this way. I know it is for me. So if it's stressing you out, or if you have something stressful like that you want to share, I'd love to hear from you. But that's one of the things that stresses me out, and just a new IBS adventure. Luckily, I did not poop myself, thank goodness. But I did barely make it in time, and having to wait for other people in front of you and everything else like that, it's a lot, and people don't get it. Like, you don't understand. Yeah, you just have to go to the bathroom, but when it's all the time, and that's like, why do I have to think about that constantly? It's hard. It's really hard.